Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks so much for tuning in again to another installment of our empowerment series. We are so excited today to be talking about all things social media. And so today we are honored to have and to host Christine Nazaire, aka Christine a la mode. Christine, what's up?
Good. How are you, Pastor? How are you doing?
Doing all right. Thank you so much for being a part of this empowerment movement. For those who do not know who Christine is, she is a faith and lifestyle blogger, a social media manager, a makeup artist, a model, a first aid CPR and AED instructor. So she does many things. She's a hustler, but we are
I
so
am.
excited to have you on this episode today. So, Christine, tell us, who are you? What is your story?
Okay, so as you just mentioned, my name is Christine a la mode. I was born and raised in Jersey. Born out of Newark. I was raised in Maplewood for some time. I lived in Florida for 3 years and came right back to Jersey. But ever since I was a young girl, I loved being creative. And so I was into the arts, music, dancing,
Mhm.
drawing, painting. Those are like my top two things, and writing. Always active in the music curriculum throughout school and the theater curriculum. And so I went to Oakwood for my freshman year of college,
Mhm.
which was a great experience because I was part of VOT. Shout out to VOT.
The choir.
I was and I was part of the university choir, which I enjoyed. And was this close to aliens? But anyways, I spent my first year there, made some great friends, and then I came back to Jersey due to finances and just personal reasons, and I continued at Bloomfield College with my Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. So yeah, just going more of like the political, social route. So after college, moving from Oakwood, which is known for like the music, I transitioned to Bloomfield,
Mhm.
and they didn't have a choir or anything like that, so I really wasn't involved, so I dropped off of that. And in that time I definitely felt like I was missing a piece of me.
Mhm.
Like distracted. So when it came time, like graduation was coming up, something that I promised myself was definitely that I was going to take those 6 months and get back to me.
Mhm.
So I invested in a camera sometime during my later years of college. And so that the first thing I did was I want to be a photographer. And I assisted on many different sets, and I put shoots together. And actually was before that, I almost forgot. So I was really into fashion. So this is where Christina
Mhm.
La Mode more so comes in. I was into like fashion, just the arts, the visual arts. So I actually started as a stylist, a personal
Nice.
stylist. Like one of my biggest clients was Life Jennings. So then I like pulled off, and then I was actually helping on set to be like a stylist, a wardrobe
Mhm.
stylist, pulling clothes, Bergdorf Goodman, et cetera, et cetera. And I was really assisting the photographer, and I had a camera. So it became, let me help. Can I assist you? Never be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
And so I started assisting that way. And then I find myself mesmerized by the makeup artist. So I'm like asking questions. So that's how I stepped into makeup as well. And I would pretty much put on my own like sets. Like I'd be the photographer, scout the models, um, do the wardrobe, do the makeup. And it was a
Wow.
lot of work, but that was me. I love to like put my hands in many different places, but that
Mhm.
I've since grown. And around that time is when I more so found Christine a la mode, because I'm like, okay, my heritage is Haitian.
Right.
I love French. What means like, up to date in style, fashionable. And I'm like, Christine a la mode. I really like that.
Mhm.
And so yeah, that's what I've done to get to my creative side, but also to help being a freelancer,
Mhm.
it's it's not, the money doesn't always flow.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
of course during that time I did jobs more so working in like finance, working in the food industry. There was a different and working in healthcare. So different points in times where I was doing like 3 jobs at one time. So yeah, I was a hustler. That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I want to backtrack to your collegiate experience. I know
Okay.
you compared Oakwood to Bloomfield College. Let me just say it one time. There is no place like Oakwood in the
That's so
world.
facts.
No place
That's so
like it.
true.
And
It's
so
so
Oakwood will
true.
always have a dear place in my heart. But that's awesome. Thank you for sharing your story. So when did you realize that you have a passion or skill in the area of social media?
13, when I went on a cruise with like my family. I think that's when I started
Okay.
that's when I started my Instagram. And I was loving the camera then. Yeah, I love the camera then, and I would just like to, visually put things up and like kind of tell a story. I just loved studying people's pages, especially when it came to photography, and I wanted to like, emulate that. A big part of Christine a la mode, I realized, was to was working in the direction of empowering people and
Hmm.
inspiring them, and not just being another IG page.
Right. So in this season of collective isolation, people are
Mhm.
home from school, they're home from work. What can we do to use social media as a tool to network and also even possibly make some extra income? Is it possible?
Yes, so that's very possible. While you're in isolation right now, there's multiple ways that you can make money off of social media. So one thing that I do is like personal assisting or social media management. So there are transferable skills like for the older generation or even us. I don't even know what generation I'm a part of,
Millennials.
but skills like for us, people my age or even younger, help a small business and pitch. Major key. So don't be afraid to offer, because you're your walking brand. That's what social
Mhm.
media is today. And when it comes to the older people, there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of things that you can teach online. Invest in yourself. There's always courses online that we see the advertisement. Pay for those ads.
Mm.
Put yourself in front of people who don't know you per se. Because usually if people don't know you, they can't tie anything to you. So they're more willing, like, okay, you're offering this. Here's whatever money you're asking for. Let me sit in this class or this webinar. Yeah, there's things like Udemy where you can teach a class and
Yeah.
make
You can
money
create a
that way.
course. Yeah, that's
Take
awesome. Okay, so if I have a skill and I have a desire to share that skill with other people and create courses, does it cost a lot of money on Udemy or Teachable?
Teachable, I feel like is more pricey. I think Udemy, they often do sell prices pretty often, and Skillshare is another one where they're like $12 and it's for a course that's worth like 250. In some cases, certification. So I definitely recommend those tools for learning, but also
Mhm.
YouTube University. Let me not
YouTube is
forget
free.
that.
Yeah,
Yes, it is $3.99
yeah.
right now. So
Okay. So can't you also make money with things like sponsorships or advertising, things like that, even if you don't have a large following on
yes, for
Instagram
sure.
or YouTube?
Yes, for sure. You can. So, for example, when it comes to like working with brands, if they're sponsoring, they might sponsor your video, they might pay you, whatever you ask, as far as the deliverables go, they might pay you for that video. So you make a video right then and there, you're getting paid. The link, just like when people have coupon codes, like
Hmm.
enter code Christine, usually stuff like that is like 10% towards the person. So it's simple.
Nice. So let's say I'm interested in creating content, but I don't have a fancy camera, like I don't have a Canon or Nikon, but all I have is a measly iPhone. Is that enough to get me started for creating content?
Yes, I'm trying to move more towards my phone because the quality of phones now are amazing. There's a lot of people who do on their phone. Like it's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, it's simple. It's definitely possible.
Okay, awesome. So for that person, whether they're old or young, well, maybe they're not comfortable with social media, they don't know much about it, they feel left behind. Do
Mhm.
you feel like they need to get on board and to figure out how to use it?
Once you figure that, things tend to flow because you can streamline what it is that you're presenting and what it is that you're offering your audience versus brands, people
Right.
who have the money to pay you or even clients. So one thing that I do is like personal assisting or social media management. So there are transferable skills like for the older generation or even us. One, TikTok is actually a big thing right now.
Yes.
So I say jump onto TikTok because it's really quick. Like it's very smart to jump on something early on, build your community because it's easier. Like Instagram,
Right.
it was easier back then. Now it's not so much. So TikTok, and it's very fun. Just have fun, be yourself, to network with other people. Like I said, don't be afraid to ask questions. We're all humans at the end of the day, and there are products that we use each and every day. And so when it comes to brands, you look at people and you're like, how is this person working with this brand? How is that person working with that brand? Don't be afraid to ask, like, hey, I've used your product. Can I work with you? Can you sponsor me? Can I test something? Yes. So don't be afraid to ask for that. Of course, there's systems in place to, word things and negotiate things, but that's like an easy way to make some money. Okay.
No matter how much you know, you will always be an expert to somebody else. You might not think you know much, but you can always help somebody else. And so how can you use social media to be a platform to find your audience and to engage and empower them, provide value, and people will pay for value?
Yes, for that impact. So I think one thing to start off is to know what it is that you want to put out there, especially when it comes to your page and your stories. Like, what message are you trying to send? Because that's where your impact and your influence is. Once you figure that, things tend to flow because you can streamline what it is that you're presenting and what it is that you're offering your audience versus brands, people who have the money to pay you, or even clients. So one thing that I do is like personal assisting or social media management. So there are transferable skills like for the older generation or even us. I don't even know what generation I'm a part of, but I'm in the middle. Yeah. There are skills like for us, people my age or even younger, help a small business. Honestly, that's people are looking for multiple streams of income. So if you're good with social media and they're not, offer those services.
Right.
There are skills like for us, people my age or even younger, help a small business. Honestly, that's people are looking for multiple streams of income. So if you're good with social media and they're not, offer those services.
Right.
Easy, figure out your pricing, do your research, and pitch. Major key. So don't be afraid to offer, because you're your walking brand. That's what social media is today. And when it comes to the older people, there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of things that you can teach online. Invest in yourself. There's always courses online that we see the advertisement. Pay for those ads. Put yourself in front of people who don't know you per se, because usually if people don't know you, they can't tie anything to you, so they're more willing, like, okay, you're offering this, here's whatever money you're asking for, let me sit in this class or this webinar. Yeah, there's things like Udemy where you can teach a class and make money,
create a course. Yeah, that's awesome. So for that person, whether they're old or young, but maybe they're not comfortable with social media, they don't know much about it, they feel left behind. Do you feel like they need to get on board and to figure out how to use it?
I don't think you have to be an expert at social media. If you're not comfortable, find somebody, just start. There's also things like surveys, people like trying new things each and every day, but you don't have to be an expert. No, I don't think. If you're in retirement, why worry about social media? Live your best life, go travel. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to get caught up in, honestly. Sometimes you get too caught up in. It's a rabbit hole, an endless one.
Okay. So my next question is, how can social media be used as a tool for evangelism?
So starting groups, I think if you're passionate about your faith, so not just talking about Instagram, but Facebook, there are things like Facebook groups, like hold accountability, maybe Adventist pray. I'm an Adventist. I don't know who'll be watching this, but Adventist pray. Let's start that. I don't know if that's an actual group, but that sounds cute. Like meetup groups, I have
Okay.
like an Adventist singles one, which is cool. So I work in that ministry behind
Okay.
the scenes so far. So that's exciting. Yeah, put yourself out there and don't be scared
So
to.
mingle with people and don't be afraid to start something that's not there.
Yeah.
So, well, as it pertains to social media, you mentioned TikTok. First of all, for those who may not know what is TikTok?
So TikTok, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a very fun platform. You get to just be yourself. I've only used it like one time. I'm like, I need to get back and be more active because now is the time, like I said. And yeah, if you're investing in your education, all the big brand people are saying go to TikTok right now.
Mm,
So it's a platform. It's like almost like Vine,
okay. So short
right?
videos.
Yes, the short videos, you can clip them. They already have like formats. So let's
Okay.
say karaoke, you'd lip sync to it
Mm,
and you just make it fun. You can chop
okay.
your videos. It's very simple. A friend of mine was just telling me, because I was like, girl, you got so much time on your hands to be doing TikTok. Like all that editing. She was like, girl, it took me like 5 minutes. I was like, oh wow, that's not hard at all. So um just be fun, expressive.
Yeah. So I just got a TikTok account, but I can't do all the dance moves. So I don't know. I'm just my account is just sitting there. I have like 2 posts. I'm about to delete it.
think you should. I don't think you
Don't
should.
give
I think
up. Okay.
no, yeah, just do you.
Do you think that there should be a minimum age requirement for social media for children?
Yes, I do because there's just all sorts of things online. I mean, even YouTube, as you can see, they expanded to YouTube Kids, but even
Mhm.
then, some people are putting their channel for kids, which is
Wow.
something else. So, I definitely think that there should be a minimal age. If there was, I would say 10 to 13, but definitely monitor your child. And it depends on the child's temperament,
Right.
where they are maturity wise.
hmm We're going to transition into our rapid fire questions to get to know you
Okay.
better. In the next 5 to 10 years, what would you like to do? What would you like to accomplish?
Ooh, Jesus. I want to be able to, one of my dreams in the next 5 to 10 years, so I'm 28 now. I want to be traveling and working from wherever across
Mm,
the world. So social media, virtual assisting, and yeah, enjoying my time and getting paid what I want to get paid so I can work less.
hmm
Less hours, more me time.
Nice. I like that. You want to travel the world and work from wherever you are in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that automation and robotics will threaten the future of that type of work? If we can just program computers or robots to do certain things, are you confident that human power will always be needed in our world and society?
Human power will always be needed in our world and in our society. I mean, do you want to be talking to a robot? Like, no, you want that connection, that heart to heart. That's what's missing, that authentic factor. So,
Okay, nice. So if you had the whole world's attention
mhm.
on Facebook Live, Instagram Live for 15 seconds, what would you tell the whole world at one time?
Okay, 15 seconds. Live your life shamelessly. Okay. It is okay if nobody likes you. Live your best life, but also give your life to Christ. Okay.
hmm
That's a big thing for me.
Okay. So if people want to connect with you on how to build their brands and how to be better with their social media, with their strategy, how can they connect with you?
So definitely follow me at Christine a la mode on Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook. So facebook.com/Christine a la mode. I have a website, also selling products and courses there. So that's christinealamode.com. And of course, you can always email me hello@christinealamode.com.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, y'all, hit Christine up. She is available and at your service to help you with all of your social media needs and questions. Thank you all for listening to this session on social media and stewardship. We pray that you will have a wonderful rest of the week. And
Amen.
tune in here. We have some more inspirational videos coming. Thank you, Christine, for your time. Thank you all for spending time and space with us. You all spring into purpose. God bless.
Bye.